Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated.
All the
Nerdcore used to be just a made up
nerdies,
word.
Ultron, he wins. That's all I came up with.
That's it.
I didn't have much time to think about it.
That was pretty good for being on the spot.
It was on the spot.
Yeah.
I could give me 5 more minutes. I could come up with a full verse.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what I'm happy for. I'm glad you did what you did.
I'm glad we have something.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to send you the link here.
Oh yeah.
So, well, now that you've heard us ramble on for about 30 seconds,
Seemed like forever.
welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 30 to 40 something year olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And you guys can also find us live and in person on Twitch. You want more? I was just gonna let you.
I'm like,
just that
Yeah.
pause. That pause right there. We
fucked me
stream.
up.
We do both stream on Twitch. Typically together on Saturday nights, playing a lot of indie horror games. It's horror with 3 R's and an O.
and a
and
W
another-
and an H and an
No,
O.
not horror, not horrors. not
Hoors. Hoors.
Horror. A lot of indie horror games on Saturday night with our good pal Chof. You hear us talk about quite a bit. And then we also try to stream through the week. You can find Chris over there on Twitch at GuyverUnit01. That's GUYVERUNT01. And then I'm just Ksig, K_SIG. But the links to those are down in the show description, along with the link to our Discord, which if you guys are not a part of, please join that. It's a great
I'm
little
gonna erase
community
this.
we got going. Lots of stuff to talk about, just even outside of what we talk about on the show. There's channels and categories for like everything.
To scratch.
No, well, not everything. There's some things you'd have to dig deeper into the internet for, unless you just ask Chof really nice. But
Mhm.
as far as like TV, movies, anime, video games, broken down by console to computers to comics to
To everything, man.
fantasy football, there anything that you would like nerd out over, there's a spot for you. There's a
And if
there's a
there's not, we'll
place
make
where
one.
you can feel just comfy and cozy and whatever your flavor of nerdiness is.
If you're into hot mics like Kyle just threw down,
It's hot
there's
mic.
that too. It's a real hot mic.
Hot mic. It's a really hot mic. So yeah, come hang out. Click on the link down below. If you don't have a Discord account, make one, and then join ours. Let us be your first.
And let us be your first while you're going down below.
Down below.
Down below.
So yeah, there's we got all the niceties out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's talk about some shit.
Now let's get down to the nitty gritty, the down and dirties.
What are we talking about this week?
We are talking about Marvel's What If Episode 8. What if
what?
Ultron won? Calling it right now, the best episode that they've had.
I'm calling it right now some of the best anything they've done.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the best episode. Like, okay, hold on here. I'm sitting on my wallet and starting my butt. Gonna move it. Okay, so, but preface: if this is the first time you guys have listened, or you don't want to be spoiled on what happened in this episode,
Oh, we'll spoil you.
then you don't do it. Why did you say episode 7? Is that the end of episode 7? I just realized your background.
That one, yeah, no, that one was the end of episode 7.
Okay. I was like, am I on the right episode? We're on 8. So if you guys haven't watched episode 8 of What If, and you do not want to be spoiled, go back, watch that shit, and like the other ones before that if you haven't. And then come back and listen to us or watch us or whatever you're doing with us. Because we don't do a simple review. Like, here's what happened, shooting fast episode facts in your face. We don't do that. These are what we call a nerdky, which originated as it's supposed to be called a nerd quickie,
It did not turn into
and it
that.
didn't turn out that way because we get into it and we
We
look at things
practice.
scene by scene, look for stuff in the background. I swear, I'm still saying we found some stuff that people haven't found and talked about. It may
I
not
agree.
have been anything, and that may be the reason they haven't talked about it or published on the internet. But we still found stuff that I've never been able to find on the internet that anybody else has ever talked about. We're god dang pioneers, Chris.
We are, and we're fucking funny too.
At least we think we are.
We think we're hilarious.
Yeah.
Some of you think we're funny.
Mm-hmm.
Not many.
Some of you don't think we're funny. Looking at you, Chove.
Chove, you ass.
Mm-hmm.
And Hughes.
And Hughes and Justin. Who's our shout out of the week?
Let's see. You I chose the last one. It was Baby Bird, so you choose this one.
I thought I chose Baby Bird. Okay. Our shout out this week is
One of us chose Baby.
It's not going to be Justin. So it will probably be Hughes. Give Hughes a little love.
We will give Hughes some love. Hughes is a great member of our Discord community.
Mm-hmm.
Great member of our community, constant listener, frequent watcher. I hear he's a Huguenot, whatever the fuck that is.
He travels. Maybe he's from Hugo. Maybe?
Oh, maybe that's what a Huguenot means. But good job, Hughes, you Huguenot.
Makes sense to me.
Great guy. We are going to have him on a future episode. He expressed an interest. He wants to talk about wrestling.
We're going to talk about some wrestling. That's going to be fun.
The Greco-Roman, what is it? Greco-Roman kind, the one where you were naked.
The one where I was naked?
No, not you. Were you doing naked wrestling?
Listen, that's a whole nother
That's an episode
bit of content that I put out that's not, I don't talk about on this.
That's the true definition of a nerky.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hughes, we salute you.
We need to come up with a salute now.
Yeah, we need something. Hold on, this.
One of them. The Amigo salute.
So, if you want to be shouted out, member of the week, get active.
Yeah, do some shit.
Make fun of us.
Join the Discord. Make fun of us.
All right, I'm going to get on to y'all about this for a sec here, too.
Oh.
There has got to be
Papa
more
Chris coming down with a hammer
than Chris, Kyle, and Chof voting on the Nerd Drum.
Yeah, because we just all voted for ourselves. There were 3 votes, one for each of us. It's obvious what happened.
Yep.
Looking at you, Justin.
And Hughes.
And
Baby Bird. Baby Bird.
B-Rob.
Fee.
All you people. We're looking at
Props.
you guys. Get in there and vote.
So yeah. We need some people voting. We need to invite Morgan and Sushi and Body into it too so they can vote.
Yep. We do.
So, all future episodes. Oh, Bearded joined us too in our Discord, and so did Switchblade.
Yeah, so you guys go back and listen. We did we're in the middle of doing this and also in the middle of doing some Spooktober spooky season episodes and things over ghosts and goblins and horror video games and paranormal investigation, and hopefully we may have one coming up on the science of the scare. Fingers crossed that may work out.
That'll be for next year.
You think so?
I have a feeling it'll be for next year because I think it's such a great idea that this genius came up with. It was me.
Yeah,
but I want to do it right. You know what I mean?
I think we'll do it.
Because I think it has the potential to be really, really good. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
We got that then. We got we're going to talk about some zombies, I think, possibly. So lots of things. You guys can probably hear my washing machine going in the background right now. That's not my washing machine. It's Chris going. Calm down, Tina.
And I'm spent. All right.
Yeah,
so
Ultron.
Ultron Won. This is the best episode I think they've had. So
I did, yeah. Like I said, I think this is of all their, from WandaVision to Loki to Falcon Winter Soldier, this may be the best.
I agree.
There's some cool stuff.
Because their action, it makes you think, what if?
Just what if?
Wow.
What if happened? So
why don't you set this one up?
Okay, so it cuts in. No, just real quick. Also, if you guys first time, we do rewatch this as we go through it. So if you're watching on YouTube, you see us looking off screen a lot. We have it pulled up over on a second monitor, and we're rewatching it so we can kind of go through it scene by scene with you guys. But it starts off with the Watcher saying, you've seen this before. Common scene, a universe in its like final stages of destruction. Something that's been kind of a common theme across some of the other ones they've covered already. But he said, this particular story, this one breaks my heart. And so you see what looks like a normal, what you would maybe assume would just be a winter, snow and stuff. Motorcycle cuts through. You see Black Widow on her bike. And what do you see chasing her?
A shit ton of Ultrons.
Little Ultronies.
Ultronians.
Mm-hmm. I think they called them Sentinels, I think.
Yeah. And she started her watch 90 seconds. And then all of a sudden we see Hawkeye walk out.
But there's something different.
What was different about him, Kyle?
He's got his mohawk back.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when I saw it, I go, that motherfucker lost an arm.
Oh, also that. Yeah, he's missing an arm. He's got a
robotic arm
style. Yeah.
Except not as cool as Bucky's.
No.
But this thing is badass because he shot like how many arrows rapid fire?
I think he could do that, like 7. I think he probably could have done that. I have faith in Hawkeye.
That was way more than 7.
Hawkeye.
Mockeye.
Yeah.
And there he is, just taking them out left and right as they're chasing Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, these little Moltrons, little mini Ultrons,
mm-hmm.
They look pretty sweet.
They do. I'm trying to see who we had for voices here.
It's not I don't think this is Rainier on this one.
No, so we're going to look here. Yeah,
they went to go. Oh, is it?
No,
it just wasn't Scarlet.
Nope. You had Lake Bell. You have a lot of the. You have a few of the originals. This one's probably a little bit more diverse than the other ones. The other ones had a lot of the original characters voicing their original actors voicing their characters.
So we just see basically a chase scene, but then we see Hawkeye turning on the roof and going, and he's got like optical camouflage like in Ghost in the Shell on his cape, and he disappears.
He found the cloak of invisibility.
+2 against robots.
Mm-hmm. Against robots.
All of a sudden, these Ultron robots land on the roof where he was, and you see his arm come out and do this little twist with this arrow and starts just stabbing him in the face.
Anyway, he just starts stabbing.
Stab, Red. And then he shot 3 at once. Like, Hawkeye's just a badass. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Okay, he's just a badass.
Believe in your thoughts.
Believe. And then Natasha is just, Natasha. She's always just a badass. Next thing you know, they shoot off Hawkeye's arm, and he's like, not cool, guys.
That's a pretty good fall he took off that building, too. And he's just like, oh, well.
Yeah, that's at least a 7-story fall, but they did land in a snowbank.
Yeah, and the metal robots broke his fall.
Yeah, and then they're about to kill him. Natasha comes up, does an awesome motorcycle sideways thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
because that's how motorcycles work. That's the
exactly
second badass motorcycle attack move by a lady.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen.
Because the first one was Captain Carter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one's more believable.
She comes down.
Natasha knows how motorcycles and physics works.
She does. It's because she's a widow.
Oh.
All of a sudden, you see this hand reach out, and Clint lifts his head up. He's groaning. He goes, no, don't say it. She's like, what, need a hand? She's got his hand.
I love that.
I do too. She's like, you should know me by now. Puns aren't my style here. Well, you find out that 90 seconds is how much time they have before the Ultron sentries alert the hive mind.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
then
that's big implications later.
Right. Next thing you know, we see them walking to the Kremlin. And so do you really think the secret of taking down Ultron is here? Romanoff says it's Russia, Hawkeye. Secrets were the national pastime.
She's not wrong.
No. And then you see the Watcher saying the end of the world began with one man's basically idea, his vision.
Yeah.
And you cut back to Age of Ultron with the Mind Stone.
Kind of getting a cartoony retelling here.
Except it created Ultron. Then it's showing just, again, a retelling of everything that happened.
Yeah, the only way Ultron could see peace was eliminating the threat to peace, which was all humans. Kill all humans.
Kill all humans. Then you just see it's just the retelling. How he needed Vision as an organic body. Used to create the hero Vision. This universe, Ultron got his wish. And it says digital beeping. Infinite power of the Mind Stone, Ultron began to lay waste to the planet.
Now, this right here, when he's down in the, what do they call it, the cradle? When Vision comes to, I guess, B, when he wakes up, is very, very similar to WandaVision when White Vision woke up.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Watch. Boom.
Right there, yeah.
Extremely similar.
Tell me if you see a good cover picture.
All right. But now we see that now that he has Vision, he's more powerful. Or saying he's got the nuclear codes. You see Natasha and Clint flying away, flying across the sky because that's where you fly. And then you see Vision, but it's not Vision's voice.
It's Ultron.
And I'm trying to see if this is Ross Marquand. So I was really hoping for, who's James Spader?
As Ultron again.
Yeah, I was really hoping. But this guy does a great job.
He does.
I mean, you have to really listen to tell that that's not like he's got the cadence and the timing and the little inflections and everything. He's got it down.
He's got
really
everything.
Well. Yeah.
So they're like, "You're not Vision." You see Hulk and Cap. The shield's broken. Hulk.
You're not my real AI.
Oh yeah, you're not my real AI. Throws hammers down. It's like, which is why you have to die. And he does
Iron
this
Man
thing.
dies again.
Yeah, and kills everything. And it looks like he infects the systems and launched the nukes, which is why we have a nuclear winter now.
Yep. Seems like Tony Stark dies a lot in this series, like a lot extra.
They don't like Tony.
No, just kill him off. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna make sure he's good and dead.
It almost sounds like he said they're gonna make sure he's good in bed.
I mean,
well, yeah, I mean that's kind of Tony's
cover
thing.
models, terrorists. What was it? They all come for the king.
They all come for the king. Yep.
God, I can't believe they slipped that in.
It was a big stiffy to all of us.
We need more than one face on the screen for.
Yep.
Okay, I'll find something.
But the Age of Ultron was only beginning.
Oh, hold on. We may have a good cover coming up.
And then Thanos walks out, appears with the gauntlet with 5 stones, right?
Yep.
Just like he did in Infinity War. Vision goes, fascinating. Here's what I didn't get. Then all of a sudden he used the Mind Stone and sliced Thanos in half with 5 stones.
He's more powerful than he realized in the version that we know,
I guess. And then all of a sudden
that Mind Stone blast is pretty powerful.
He burns the.
I mean, he split him from butthole to dome, like right up
100%.
Yeah.
Then he got all the Infinity Stones, became Ultra Vision. Like, wow, I see everything. And he looks awesome, is this combo.
You know what happens, what the next evolution is past Ultra Vision?
What?
If you're looking at my screen? Ultra Vision Turbo.
Oh, he's a vacuum cleaner because he sucks.
So now he's got the power to move you. No, he's got the power to create.
He's got the power. Riggy goo goo, riggy goo goo.
He's got that power to create matter. So he's making more of these little His little what do we call them?
Moltrons.
Moltrons? Mini Ultrons?
Voltrons. Mini Ultrons.
Voltron. No.
And I'll form the head.
Vision and Ultron would be Voltron.
Oh,
With
would
a
be.
U.
Voltron.
Voltron.
Damn you, it's Voltron.
Ah, Voltron.
Damn you, it's Goombi. And he builds this little sphere. Like that's in the red. You think it's like, like matter. No, it's the little
All them little Voltrons. It's like
little Voltrons.
weird little bouncy ball going through space.
Next thing you see, they're going to every corner of the universe. They go to Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
He launches them all.
Send it.
Destroys the palace. Boom. Asgard has fallen.
Yeah.
One hit.
One hit to the Asgard and you go down.
The Sovereign. What's the Sovereign?
That's where we saw. That was the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy. Hold on. Which one? 2. Yeah. Where it was the happy-go-lucky fight scene.
Yep.
They're not so happy-go-lucky now. It's more like you're dead.
Yep. Sakaar.
Sakaar. We see, oh crap, what's his name?
Grandmaster.
Well, the Grandmaster, but before that, I missed his name up the last one too.
Korg.
Korg. Ego just gets wrecked.
Xandar. Home of the Nova Corps.
So this gets interesting. This is where it picks up a little bit. Xandar seems a little bit more prepared for an alien invasion.
But they get wiped out in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But we don't have any Nova. Nova, I'm so pissed they still haven't brought Nova in. But we do have a Captain Marvel.
We do.
Listen, Skynet, I've seen the Killer Robot movies. Really don't think it needs a sequel.
So, about that. So we know what movie she's referencing.
Terminator.
There has been sequels, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she wouldn't remember that because she left Earth before Terminator 2 came out. So that's why she's saying there doesn't need to be a sequel.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Yeah. Actually.
Actually. Okay. Okay, that might be a cool shot right there. Let me take it just in case.
Okay.
You want to be Vision or Captain Marvel?
I want to be Captain Marvel. Your face will fit better in the helmet. Let's see. I'm kind of going through. I'm looking at Screen Rant's Easter eggs. We already went past where Thunderbolt Ross showed and Thanos on Avengers Tower. Mm-hmm.
Basically, we don't need to describe this to you. They're fighting.
They're fighting a lot. Oh, something that we didn't talk about, and they got this. And how did we miss this?
Yes.
I got to go back to Thanos when he got turned into a banana split. So
la 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 la.
Not those banana splits, and not the creepy banana
la.
splits that came out later.
That was actually a fairly good movie. You know, it's in the Voodoo queue, right?
Yeah, I got to watch that.
I bought it.
So, what was something that Thanos would always say? You know, when things,
I am inevitable,
as all things should be, would be balanced. Right? Balanced as all things should be. He wants to basically cut the population in
half.
How did he die?
He got split in half.
There you go.
Oh. So he was equal halves.
Yeah. Halvesies. So yeah, and there was that. That was
a good find.
Well, I didn't find it. Screen Rant found it. I'm just copying their
Yeah, you
stuff.
found it.
Yeah. Nova Corps. Skynet. Okay. Carry on.
And then Carol is just ripping open the armor.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, what? And then he pulls her hands back. And he's like, I already have. And all of a sudden, Xandar's gone. Along with every other planet in the solar system.
So look at how, go back. This is not from Screen Rant. This is, I probably saw it somewhere else and forgot. But watch as these other planets explode and watch the colors as they explode. We have blue, purple, yellow.
Yeah. All the colors of the stones.
Mm-hmm.
The colors of the rainbow.
And now we got Ultravision.
Done.
Just like floating in a rock in space, singing. All by myself.
I myself. Okay, I love this part. And you see
Oh,
the Watcher
this-
in the background.
Yes.
So
I get
Vision, Ultra Vision takes off his helmet.
Mhm.
And he just looks sad because it's quiet. But then you see the Watcher behind him and he goes, the realization nearly broke the machine. Maybe that would be a good picture.
Ooh.
Because then it
Ooh.
can look like we could say, all by myself.
That's a good one.
This is like a boy band video.
It is. Oh, peanut
Hey,
girl.
Wait, yeah. Hold on. Hey, girl,
Hey, girl. Want me to wreck your
you're
universe?
about to feel a little prick.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Who you been talking to?
Rubble. So, I don't know. I like this part. And then you hear the Watcher. The realization nearly broke the machine.
Before that gets to this, let's establish something really quick because this is important. Who's the Watcher talking to right now?
Vision, or to us is the audience.
Us is the audience.
The fourth
right?
wall.
Okay, that's important. Go on.
He's like, with his mission complete, Ultron was now just a program without a purpose. The victor without a war, sentenced to spend all of eternity. And Vision slowly starts looking back alone. Ultron goes, Who said that? Who is the only other person to realize the Watcher was there?
Oh, Doctor Strange, right?
Strange Supreme.
Well, Strange Supreme, yeah.
Or is it Supreme Strange?
Super strange. It's a little
It's a
strange.
stranger. I think it might have been Strange Supreme.
Nothing Strange Supreme. You're talking about
Super-
the Monster Strange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that got trapped in the bubble.
Yeah.
So Strange Supreme.
Bubble Boy Strange.
He was the only other one to realize the Watcher was there. Vision goes, Who said that? And then the Watcher says, basking in the boundless silence of his universe, Ultron ascended to a previously unattainable level of consciousness. He became aware of another. And he turns and looks, he became aware of the, and then the Watcher, it just realizes Vision goes, I see you.
Here's Vision.
There are universes beyond my own. And the Watcher closes it off real quick, the portal. And he's breathing heavy. He's like, I've seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen. And yet, what the hell is this?
I love
There's
that.
our next flashback. At the point the Watcher doesn't know what the hell this is not past, present, future, alternate, anything.
Mm-hmm. Now,
He's never seen that.
what's important, I think, so we said before this, he was talking to us as a
Mhm.
viewer, right? Ultron saw him and everything that he sees, pretty much. Ultron saw us as the viewers. He knows we exist, Chris.
No, just you. I don't make fun of him. I said he looked awesome.
Wait a minute.
You said he looked like a macaque's penis.
Macaque?
Macaque, a Japanese snow macaque.
Oh, I thought that was the bird, the really colorful.
A macaw?
Oh, okay. It's close.
A macaque, a monkey, little red monkey with the red wieners and red faces.
I thought you said red feces.
Red feces. I don't know. It could be. Everything else is red.
Yep, it's all red.
I don't know. Muhammad Ali was a bad motherfucker. The Watcher goes, if a hunger like that were to be unleashed upon the multiverse, here's another important fact. The Watcher's always been calm because he narrates.
Yeah.
Look at the fear in his face.
Yeah. The fear in that big old melon of his.
That big, luscious melon.
He's got a fat head. You remember fat heads?
Yes, I loved fat heads.
Yeah. Well, he has a fat head.
He does have a fat head. It's not quite Justin Fathead.
No, but he's there.
He's getting there. I mean, he's
Getting there.
awfully close. He just
Yeah.
he's gotta think a little harder.
Mhm.
He's gotta get by a little longer.
God.
What?
So we got a scared Watcher.
He got caught. Like
Yeah.
the pervert he is.
He is.
And Ultron goes, I will find you. Okay, what's important to note is this room where he watches everything.
Mhm.
It's just he waves his hand and it appears, the universe appears, so we can watch.
I saw, man, I wish I could remember where I saw this at too. It was a stretch of a connection, but they were saying, since this all comes from comics,
Mm-hmm.
that where the Watcher is that little space in between the panels.
I
of
can
a
see
comic.
that.
And that was important in something. I think that actually came up in an issue of something somewhere
I can see
through
that.
Marvel, but I can't remember what they said it was.
I can see that.
Hmm?
When the Watcher's going, no, 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 he knows he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Even that machine is not as invincible as it might think. And his eyes start glowing more, there's still hope for this universe. One last hope. Then it goes down to Clint and Natasha in the Kremlin.
Mhm.
And freaky lights that just turn on one after another. Natasha goes, welcome to the KGB archives. Exits are here, and here. And she goes, ever seen Raiders of the Lost Ark?
It does look like that scene.
It does.
So
They're walking.
It's like the back of an IKEA, and just looking at all these boxes of things. But she, mentions that paper's hard. He asked about all the paper breakers. Says paper's harder to steal. But code is slippery. So that leads okay, they're going to find something involving code to try to shut down Ultron.
Mhm.
Malicious code, inject some code, do some rails of code, something.
Some rails of code.
Yeah. And so, but there's literally thousands upon thousands of boxes here.
And then Natasha finds whose shield?
That would be, oh crap. Haven't got to watch it yet.
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian. Yeah. I was trying to think of his name.
She goes, Clint, is this my color? Clint is not amused. He's like, come on, don't try to make this fun, Nat.
I don't want to have fun. I want to be sad.
My will to live meter is flatlining, okay? And the Watcher's just standing over him.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, oh, you're so close.
Such a pervert.
He's like, the answer's right there. And whose name do we see?
Arnim Zola.
And then Walker says, I could do it. I could save them. I could show them. I could save the multiverse and so many, many lives.
So
Flash fact, the Watchers have taken an oath of non-aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Non-intervention. Do you know why?
Because they could really screw stuff up.
Well, so they are one of the, if not the oldest race in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
In Marvel. And when they were helping this lesser race, they used to help the lesser races. They annihilated them by accident by helping.
Ah.
So they said, you know what? We're never going to intervene again.
So they
swear
an oath to each other?
I think to each other and themselves. I think it's to themselves.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's the thing with the Watchers.
He really wants to intervene, though, because this isn't just this universe that's in danger. It's the multiverse. It's everything. Everything. But he keeps hovering. He's like, the answer is right there. And you see Clint grab the box, the correct box, starts to pull it out. And he's like, no, I'm going to be sad. I'm just going to put the box back. I don't want to look anymore.
Sad Hawk.
Emo Hawkeye.
Emo Hawkeye.
With these little faux hawk. I don't like it now.
Come on, you're human. Yeah, it's like, come on, get up. We're going to take down Ultron. We need an AI that can combat his code. It's like, it's not here. And the Watcher's like, it's right there.
It's right there in the thing.
And this is the second time in the series we've had Star Wars mentioned.
Oh, yeah. He's like, the plans to the Death Star, not in the computer.
Yep. Which means Star Wars is canon in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, the movies exist. Or at least in this universe. Which would be in the Marvel multiverse through canon.
Yeah. Like, we're going to find it. We're just going to take time. You're frustrated. I get it. I'm not frustrated. I'm not. He's just tired. He's he's done. Like, he lost his whole family. He's lost his friends. Clint's done.
Yeah. He's totally shutting everything down. I mean, he says, you know, that Ultron's, he's already taken over every program on the planet. And Natasha said, well, every digital program he's taken over. So I have one in mind that's a little bit more analog, which this kind of, I don't know, it bothered me a little bit whenever we get to it, but we'll talk about it when we get to it. But she said I have one in mind that's a little bit more analog. And she goes and pulls the same box out that Clint was going through. She thumbs, finds Arnim Zola. And she's like, you know, surprised. She's like, no way. And the Watcher's happy, no, you did it. And she rubs it in Clint's face, like, you're gonna feel like a real jerk for almost quitting. Yeah, he's just like, you found it, that's my box. So she brings up, she's opening Zola's file. So there's an old Russian base in Siberia. She kind of gives a quick rundown, and so, you know, he's going to help us defeat Ultron. So then the Watcher fades back to his little alleyway place where he views things. And I wish I could find some more information on where I saw that could be, like, where he's existing right now could be the panes between the panels, because that would be a really cool, like, actual thing, I guess you could say. Anyways, he's back. He's like, you know, they did it. They really did it. There's still hope. He's smiling. He's happy. Potentially everything is saved. And then there's a huge crash. Glass breaking. You see everything flying in behind him, the little shards of glass. And we have Ultravision floating in, hovering above the Watcher, kind of gloating. It's like, oh, I finally found you. And then the fight breaks out. And I love...
Ow.
Yeah.
Monitor pain.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I was in between the pains.
Oh, monitor pain.
Dad joke.
I was worried it was going to be major. But
yeah, I said get down there.
I loved this fight scene purely for how they animated it. And
look at where you stopped it. On mine, it's Ultravision, like with the stones all glowing and his eyes all red. It just looks awesome.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
You fucking liar, but yeah, awesome.
But how this scene is animated, this fight scene. So we're going into a fight scene again. So we'll kind of flow through this, except for we'll hit the important parts. This could lead a little more credence. That's the word I'm looking for.
Clarence of the Creek.
Victor. To the space between the panels thing.
Yeah.
The way this is animated is very reminiscent of how you would see, you know, force blasts and laser blasts and things in the comics. You see the little black dots. That's the main thing for me, was the little black dots around everything whenever you would see the blast of energy come out.
Yep. Next thing we see Natasha and Clint going down this elevator, and they're like, you sure about this? They're like, Zola was someone who infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. in its infancy. So, yeah. And Hydra kept here to supervise the program. Okay. You want to put all our eggs in such a morally questionable basket.
So, real quick, she was earlier, like 2 scenes back, she said, you know, she has a solution that's a little bit more analog. This is still digital, though, right? Am I thinking wrong? This is still digital. No, it's not analog. It's just old. Right?
Yeah, it's still digital.
Unless it's like using the punch card system back there, which is not. Yeah, it's on reels, I'm sure. But
right.
So she's at the login screen. She's at the Zola login for Zola 95. Apparently the password's A. That's it.
And that's it.
You just see her type in A and like, oh, activated. Which honestly would kind of be maybe smart.
He's
Like-
like, those stupid Americans, they'll never figure out it's A.
You're going to try to use all these other huge, long combinations. Like, it's just A. Just click. Nobody would ever think of it. Of course, they probably didn't have some asshole reminder like, oh, password's not strong enough. You don't have enough special characters. You've used this password in the last 18 years. You cannot include that in your password. Wrong special character.
You've used the password cockrocker 10 times in the past.
Well, in Cockrocker 11 it is.
Cockrocker with a 0.
Yeah. Cockrocker. Cock.
Crocker.
Yeah.
Crocker and Tubbs.
No.
Eddie Crocker.
Joe Crocker. Bum, 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 bum.
And you do.
Was it Joe Cocker?
Joe Cocker.
Was that him? Okay, yeah, it was him. All right, so anyway, now we get this
And now
non-digital
walk out on me.
webcam kicking on because everything's analog. This does bother me a little bit.
Unless the cameras back in the like 50s were and 40s were, that was like an analog camera.
Well, it would have been, but it's
digital.
receiving instructions.
It's
It's
giving
getting-
and receiving.
It's getting ones and zeros, I'm sure. Unless
One,
Zola
zero,
just like
zero, one.
figured out how to throw a 2 in there and just really fuck everybody
You
up.
threw a 2 in there.
Mhm. This will get the Americans.
He goes.
That's a terrible
he
Zola.
goes, Zola needs a sock.
Dobby needs a sock.
He needs a sock.
Oh, son of a bitch. So anyway, they fire up the Zola, tapping on his A.
Wouldn't you get fired up if someone was tapping on your A?
Well, if I've been cooped up in a cave for 40 something years, probably,
Take what you can get.
or 4 days, doesn't matter. So then we get very Matrixy Zola.
Well, I
Yeah.
like this. How this is just like, was it in game?
I think so.
Yeah, it was in game when they went into the bunker
Mhm.
to get the stone.
Bunka.
For who and what I am. She's like, not really. I've never met you before. We need a copy of you. It's a long story, but we need your help.
She's like, I have
Yep.
met you before, but it was a copy of you, but it's you and same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, a lot has changed. Clint goes, a lot has changed since you last booted up. Shield's dead. Actually, pretty much everyone else is dead.
Mhm.
Courtesy of an AI called Ultron. And you assume you want me to infiltrate his code and dismantle it from the inside.
I love how the subtitles have und. Und I assume.
Why would you think that? I think it looks really cool the way they made him look.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've said it like almost every episode. The visuals in this series are great.
Yep.
And so now Clint threatens to waterboard the computer. He's got a canteen out, ready to drip a drop of water if Zola doesn't comply. And he does. This part too. This part bothered me here too. Time out. So Earth is like done.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Like there's like minimal life left. Right?
Right.
Who is she paying her damn cell phone bill to? She's in a bunker in Siberia making a phone call.
UT and Tron.
I'll allow it.
She goes, hello, I'd like to order a pizza. Pineapple.
And Ultron answered. How'd you get
Yeah.
this number?
He's like, hey, do you have gluten-free crust? She's like, hey, simple pleasures gives us 2 minutes. You might feel a little poke here or not. I don't really get how you work. He put one of his arrows in. It's a data transfer arrow.
His little USB arrow, which he also used in which one did he use that in? He hit a helicarrier with it, right? Yeah. And
I think he did.
when he was kind of weird, uploaded
Yes.
a virus. Yeah.
So they download Zola to his arrow.
Mhm.
And the whole place is burning. And then you see like the watchdog Ultrons,
Now this,
human
Like-
keepers.
it was cool because so you have Zola burning, and like I like how they weren't just like bipedal.
They're like animals,
Yeah, so
insects.
you got a couple of them that are walking, and then you got the ones that are crawling very like hyena,
Cat-like.
like they're going to attack. You got the ones coming on the like the roof, like little spider monkeys coming
Right.
through the tunnel. And then in the very back, you see the ones in there in the very back. You can just kind of make out the eyeballs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way
Looks
that
like
they're,
Jar Jar.
it looks like Jar Jar, but if you look really close, the way the eyes are glowing, that's Mephisto in the back of this group making their way through. He's pushing the crowd. So here he is again. He's got a hand in everything. He didn't bite as hard on that one.
I did walk into it though.
You knew it was coming.
I
You
knew
picked up
something.
quicker.
No, because I'm looking because this is just pure red, and I'm like, he's gonna do something.
Ah, you got me. Should have been sneakier.
Yep.
Can't win them all.
I was on guard that time.
Yeah, you were ready. Must have took a nap today.
Shit, I wish.
Mhm.
That's not gonna happen very often, folks. So
Yep.
I should eat that one up.
Yeah.
I like how they all go by the fire to warm up too.
Yeah. Well, they're chilly. It's Siberia. Their metal's cold.
The little robot nipples are standing up.
Ding.
All of a sudden, one gets shot through the eye.
Yep. And you see the fuel gauge go down. So he's uploading Zola into the Ultron bot. We got a good fight scene here with Barton shooting arrows. Natasha using the shield. They're backing into another tunnel of the bunker. The little net arrow that he shot was really cool. He probably should have just had a bunch of those.
Yeah.
Because that seemed to really slow him down. But I guess he just had one. Like, it doesn't take up more room. I'm going to assume all his arrows are like the same size. So you see some that like wipe out a bunch of them. And then he's like, I'm just going to shoot you with a normal arrow now. Why didn't you bring a bunch of the ass-kicking arrows? Clint.
Yeah. I love this part. Zola said, I've already initiated the signal blast. He's like, this is pretty important here. You have 90 seconds to find out if it'll hold. Correction, 52 seconds.
I like how he's color changed.
Yep.
And then, is this a nod? You would know this because I think you've brought this up before. To when Zola was actually transferred to a robotic being.
Yep, to the Mandroid. I think it was the Mandroid. Or was it it was this big block-like creature. And then he had one where he was in this big, his face was in the middle in the stomach.
I see a picture. That's the one I see a picture of it. And it kind of makes me think of from Ninja Turtles, the Krang.
Krang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brain in the middle of the big body.
Yeah,
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that's what I think of too. So what Natasha says here is very important. Clint goes, it actually worked. What does she say?
Now we're in the game.
It reminds me a lot of when Strange goes, now we're in the end game.
Ooh, good catch.
So
I'll take it.
Just kind of the same eyes too.
Yeah, they got pupils, and
they can see, and they're connected to stuff. Yeah.
Lots of magic going on in there. I really don't understand how biology works, but then she kneecaps. What are they calling here? Zoltron. Yeah, kneecaps him because she can't trust him. Still, they don't feel like they can trust him. But he does his blast. He green everywhere. That's how you know it worked. Or that's how you know
up in your face. Green up in your face.
But he realized like he realizes the mini Ultrons keep banging on the door, so it didn't work. And he said he shot it out. He shot out his green stuff, but they're still attacking. So he was not able to connect to Ultron. There we go with Clint with his regular arrows again. God dang it, Clint! You had budget for like more better arrows. But he's still kicking ass. Natasha's kicking ass. She's got a little Zolotron piggybacking with her. And you kind of see Clint do a really cool shot with whatever this other cool arrow is that he probably should have had more of.
And it forms like a barrier.
Yeah, like a squishy barrier. It's got a little give to it, but they're all stuck down there under the skating rink of death as Natasha and Clint climb the tower to get out, which that was in another one of the movies, that kind of tube tower climb thing.
I'm trying to think what that would have been.
It wasn't Winter Soldier, was it? Seen something similar.
It might have been a What If.
May have been. We've seen that similar look before.
Right.
And so he almost doesn't make the jump. He's clinging on to Natasha's arm, hanging over the death hole there. Zoltron is, helping fight him off. He basically tells Natasha that, he said, I told you I don't want to fight anymore.
I'm tired.
Breaks the wrist, falls away. So he detaches from her arm, starts falling, does his kind of signature.
And that's the opposite of what happened in Endgame.
Yep. They flip-flopped. But this scene right here, you see him shoot. So he's fallen down into the mass of Ultrons. Shoots another type of arrow. I guess this is exploding arrow as he's falling down at them. And I think, yes, this right here. This
reminds me of 300.
It does, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
This is a very, very pretty scene. If you guys want to know the timestamp, we're at 20 minutes, 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just a really cool drawn out, and how it's drawn out, it's animated. Like there's not a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on there, but it's not busy. It just
looks awesome.
Awesome. You can tell I'm not much for interpreting art for what it is. Like, this looks cool. I like how it looks.
Awesome, you guys.
Makes my eyeballs feel good.
Hoo hoo.
So yeah.
Hoo hoo.
Hoo hoo.
So I don't know. It's just really cool. It does remind me a lot of 300.
Yeah.
So they're falling.
This is Siberia.
This is Siberia. And then Ultron explodes. The Voltron.
All the Trons.
And flash fact, how did Nat land?
Sexily.
And what was the pose?
Well, that's a very Captain America pose, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
When he has a shield up to defend.
Yeah. Whoop. Yeah. She just took to that shield. Apparently, when we first see Captain America, we think it's really cool, like how he can throw the shield around. We've seen a lot of people throw the shield around now.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him, Falcon's thrown it, Bucky's thrown it. We had Agent Carter throwing it, and we got Natasha throwing it. Like, it's kind of lost its luster a little bit. Maybe it's not as hard as it looks.
You blew it!
A lot of people are picking it up. Cap.
You blew it.
You're a phony.
You're phony, Cap.
Yeah.
He's the pooper of party.
You're the one who has pooped the party.
He has pooped the party.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she does the shield pose.
which is really actually kind of awesome.
That could also be a good
cover
right there. You get to be Nat.
Why do I get to be Nat?
Because you should be. I mean, it doesn't matter. You make your choice.
No, it's fine. I'll be Nat. That's fine.
Oh, you whatever you think looks better.
I'd like to play a man for once.
Oh, well, one day you'll be a real boy.
That is a really cool picture, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of things in this episode that would just make great wallpapers, great posters. It's a very visually cool episode because there's so many places it visits and a lot more that's getting ready to happen.
It's about to get even better.
Yeah. So now we got sad Black Widow because her friend died. So she should be sad. Drops to her knees. Zoltron says, when you keep moving, more sentries are likely on their way. And so she's asked, like, what happened? Like, you weren't able to connect to the hive. She's, what's your deal, Zola? And he's saying,
Zola.
it is curious that the sentries are rigged for interstellar communication, which is important. So that means they should be able to reach across the cosmos from one edge of the infinite universe to the other edge. But he wasn't able to make contact with Ultron. So he's saying that wherever Ultron is, it does not appear to be within the observable universe. It's like, well, then where is he? He's right here, fighting with the Watcher. He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
He's the everywhere man.
Yeah, he's basically Santa Claus now. So this, what I kind of alluded to earlier with the cool art style.
Yep.
The little black dots, that was so
almost
cool.
Like antimatter.
Yeah. And you see this.
Or dark matter.
This to me, and maybe it's because when I was younger, I looked through more of those comics. It seems like you see the little black dots more in X-Men to me. Like,
yeah.
So maybe there's,
I can see that.
But there's a lot of little scenes in here that just look like it's ripped straight from the pages of a comic.
And here's the other thing.
Okay.
Flashback. You see how strong the Watcher actually is. He's fighting back the stones.
Yeah. He knows Kung Fu.
He knows. I know Kung Fu.
I know.
Number one. Number two, he grunts and pushes him back. Like all the stones are red when what do we call him? Ultravision. When he's there, but then it goes back to blue as he's going away, right?
Oh, all the stones change? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, look.
Okay. Going back a little bit. So they blast, and then he zaps him. Well, the stone, when they're not glowing. They didn't turn red, did they? They still have their color, but they're not glowing. It's like he turned them off briefly.
Yeah. Or something, but it's just cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pushes him away, and the Watcher's like, I'm safe. And Ultron shows up behind him and bitch slaps that bitch.
Yeah.
Through realities.
He knocked him into a whole nother reality. Kind of a cool looking reality.
Suspiciously like one of the locations from Star Wars.
I thought it kind of reminded me a little bit of Land Before Time. I'm going to be looking for some tree stars. Sarah's probably still being a bitch.
Probably.
She was such a bitch. I thought that when I was a kid.
Petrie.
Okay, so now we have anime fight scene. Like how the Watcher landed right here.
Yeah.
They're coming in like a desert location. Let's see, how's he do? He talks about his oath. He said he explains that he can't exert his will over living things. He cannot interfere. That right there, like when the dust and stuff clears. Ultron, in his infinite hubris, says that he is the natural order of things, and that you lack the will to stop me. Telling the Watcher this, and so then he blasts him in the face because he's not a gentleman, and
should at least done it on his chest.
Yeah, buy him some dinner.
At least on his butthole.
God dang it.
Okay, and then when Watcher powers up into his armor, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It reminded me of DC's Anti-Monitor armor. Or Superboy Prime.
I just thought it was cool armor.
Look up DC Anti-Monitor.
Okay. It's not going.
And they're fighting. I mean, they're trading blow for blow right here.
Anti-Monitor.
And they're going through realities in their fight.
Oh, it is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Anti-Monitor.
And then Vision looks like Galactus to me and takes a chomp out of this universe.
I thought that was cool. So they're not just traveling through the. I mean, they're multiverse hopping now.
Well,
see the pineapple shirt guy again.
Yeah, pineapple shirt guy.
He's just everywhere.
That's what I saw. I knew I saw him.
You see that? You see the teleprompter billboard thing behind them.
It's got to be New York.
So you know what's going on there.
Yep. I, Stephen Grant Rogers, do solemnly swear to be the best president that I can.
Yep. Got elected El Presidente.
I would have voted for him.
Yeah, he would have been the oldest president ever.
Yeah, he would have. The entire multiverse at your fingertips, and you spent all your time up there. Wow, isn't this more fun than just watching?
A lot of innuendo between these two.
Yep. And Vision even called it. He goes, to be honest, a little less creepy on your part.
Yep.
And each punch, he changes reality. He goes to Wakanda, then the Middle Ages, Skrull home world.
Mm-hmm. Ice.
Now it's a desert planet. The boundaries of the multiverse are irrelevant to beings like you and I. I didn't evolve by staying inside the lines. I color outside the lines.
Yep. Again, the comic panel theory. I
Yep.
think that. Okay. Anyway,
I think you're right. He's grabbing the Watcher. And
you know what he looks like right here? What the Watcher looks like as he's got a hold of his head. Let's wait till we get a good
Incredible.
angle of it. Like right here. Did you ever play NBA Jam back in the day?
Oh yeah. When you're getting ready for the dunk.
Yeah, but when you played in big head mode,
Yes.
the Watcher is basically a big head NBA Jam. Like
He is.
Yeah, he's Shaq.
Well, you know what else? This
Or
this looks like a comic cover too. I
Yeah.
swear this is a comic cover. Maybe not with the Watcher, but I swear this is a cover.
It's very cool looking, and very reminiscent of earlier in the episode when Captain Marvel had a hold of Ultron Vision, Vulture Vision's head in the core of the planet.
Vulture Vision.
Vulture Vision. Light Purple.
Light Purple Vulture Vision.
Yeah.
Look, you know what he's saying right now? Vision saying to Watcher.
You've got a splitting headache.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I was gonna say, hey, you got a problem, man?
You go prom me.
Look, Watcher's like, yes.
10. Fucking 10.
I was waiting. A 10. I give a fucking 10.
So he breaks the wrist, walks away, goes into another dimension. This is where I should have done my Mephisto thing. God dang it.
Yeah, this would have been better because you would have had me here.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
run.
run. Doesn't matter. From here, I can see everything. No one can stop me now. Okay, you think this is setting up for the next episode?
Definitely.
Next
100%.
two, at least. Next thing you know, we see Watcher waking up in this little prison. That's little purple and little crystallized. But did you notice the music too? Like the harpsichord?
Mm-hmm.
Whose
Well, I
music
can't
is
now,
that?
Because
no, not now. But whose music is that?
that was composed in the late 20th century by. No, that was some strange music.
Oh no. It was normal music.
It was normal music. It wasn't strange.
I didn't think it was strange. I liked it.
We're gonna have a standoff.
No, I'm just gonna watch.
All right. So carrying on. Was that Doctor Strange's music? It's muted now, so I can't. I didn't.
It was Doctor Strange. It's that harpsichord that plays.
Yeah.
And then you see Strange Supreme.
Mm-hmm. His third
With
eye.
The third eye, and look at it right there. He looks like Cthulhu almost, like
Mhm.
just the outline, the shape.
Very cool. This part was so much fun too,
Yes.
because they took a little levity with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be serious, which it is, but the line coming up. So we now know that the Watcher is in the little egg universe. What's left of Strange Supreme Strange. What are we going with?
Yep.
Strange Supreme. This
Strange
little
Supreme.
prison that he created when he destroyed the universe, and he transforms from the monstrosity version of himself to the more heroin addicted looking version of himself.
Boy, I'll say.
Yeah, he's had a rough go. And now the Watcher is interacting with someone in the universe. So he's breaking a rule here.
What did Strange say to him? He said,
The Watcher said he's out of options.
didn't Strange say something to him before?
Let's
Look, there's
see.
his wings. He just appears and just kind of smirks. Yeah, and he goes, I'm out of options, the Watcher.
He just knows.
The thing has left me no choice. And Strange goes, been there. Been living the dream alone in a prison of my own making ever since. The Watcher just looks, he goes, or he said, are you ready to break your oath? And the Watcher goes, you want me to say it? Oh yeah, I want to hear you say it.
this part right here. Walter's like, okay. He's like, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I see now. I need your help. Like it was
Enthralling music playing.
It was like he knew it was going to be a cheesy action hero line or action movie line. He's like, I didn't gotta say this,
but he still did it.
I'm still gonna do it.
I'm still impressed.
I see now that I like. He wasn't super enthusiastic about it. So, where do you think we're going from here?
I think he's about to recruit the heroes from all the other multiverses we've seen.
So there's a thing. Whoa, loud mic. Hold on. There's a thing going around in a at least one YouTube video that I watched on a recap of this. There was a Hyundai ad that incorporated What If before the season.
That's actually kind of awesome.
Have you seen it?
No.
So there's a lot of speculation being drawn from that because it shows the Watcher.
Mm-hmm.
It shows a battle in a desert. And it shows all the alternate versions of the heroes. There's Party Thor. There's Captain Carter. There's like it was like a huge spoiler commercial because they threw a bunch of crap in it. That they're drawing some speculation from that ad. Which we're pretty sure there's going to be a team up now. But it was speculated early on just because of that ad. I haven't found it and went back and watched it. And then you got Thor like shagging ass to the desert in like a Hyundai Santa Fe
He's
or
like,
something.
hello, Jane Foster.
Mm-hmm. I now have automobile propulsion.
Oh, hello, Agent Romanoff.
Would you like to take a ride in my spacious sedan?
And rest.
Propose.
I liked it.
This is my favorite What If episode.
I agree.
Because of the implications. Think of the implications. Like, we were curious leading up to this is if there was a way that they were going to be able to make all this stuff canon.
Right.
The multiverse does in a way,
but
there's things that just aren't going to be touched on. We had a lot of things happen. I just went blank. I was trying to think of the name of the agency from Loki.
The TVA.
The TVA. We didn't see the TVA at all in any of these episodes. But the TVA was just bound to the sacred timeline.
Yep.
A specific timeline in a specific universe.
Because they didn't want any of this shit happening.
Ooh. Wait. Nope, I got nothing. Like there was a thought forming and I couldn't piece it all together.
Come on, Morbius.
There's gonna be a lot of cool stuff happen. I think
he rides in on a jet ski at the end.
Yeah.
And then
we see Mobius on a jet ski.
One of the heroes dies, and then we see Jimmy Woo and Darcy coming out, holding hands, skipping. Like, hey, there's a murder scene.
They're flying across the battlefield in this old RV, like Mad Max style. They've rigged it up.
And it's got Scott's horn on it.
It's all coming together now. I don't know. I mean, out of all the TV, quote unquote TV series that have been put out on Disney Plus this year, which there's been several, and there's been some really good ones. Let's even call it TV. That's easier for my brain to wrap around. Wasn't a movie, so it's TV. There's been some really great TV in the standalone shows.
Yep.
This, like, easily top 3 episodes of everything.
I agree.
And for me, it's just because of what they'll be able to do with this. And we talked about with the Doctor Strange episode, there's talk that he is the Doctor Strange that we're seeing in the trailers for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Coming up. That's actually, Strange Supreme. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's going to get mixed up. It's a multiverse of madness.
It's a mad world.
Calm down, Donnie Darko. We've got
Mad World.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you wearing that stupid bunny costume.
God, so much drugs had to be consumed
God.
during the making of that
I
movie.
love that movie.
Yep.
I question your commitment to sparkle motion.
I can't watch that tonight though.
No, that'll
Nice
fuck
sleep.
you up.
But yeah, so there's, I think, I don't know, what's your prediction? I want to hear your prediction because this, from what I read, because I haven't read the Age of Ultron series,
Right.
but this is actually closer to the comic Age of Ultron than
Mhm.
the movie.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The Age of Ultron movie was not very good. Like, it was awesome at the time,
Mhm.
but comparatively speaking, not very good. Age of Ultron is just a great series. So in the comics, Ultron you can defeat him. His body's made out of, I want to say was it adamantium? I think it was adamantium. So you had to find a new way to kill him every time, but he learned, so you can never kill him the same way twice.
So he's vibranium right now, right? Is he vibranium?
Yeah, because Vision's body was vibranium.
Well, because they couldn't use adamantium at the time.
Right. Because it doesn't exist right now.
Oh, I bet it does. It will.
Oh, they'll say it's something like, yeah, that's what the quarter was made out of that the president had in old Champa. Like, it's going to be something like that. So my prediction.
What if we get a mutant next episode?
That'd be awesome, actually. I want Fietro.
I do want Pietro.
I want Fietro back. And then Jimmy Woo comes out where it says Lil Jim on the back. And it's got the dun, 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 dun. And he starts going around. Woo! Starts walking like this.
Oh.
I think we're about to have a huge battle, like multiverse shaking battle over the next 2 episodes. He's going to gather everyone. I think he's going to gather some people we haven't seen yet.
He could.
And I'm hoping to God we see Deadpool or Venom.
Ooh. Ooh. That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Deadpool.
I want to see both.
I want to see Deadpool just making jokes at what I think, I mean, I guess you could say arguably, but you wouldn't have much to argue that the strongest villain that we've seen in Marvel anything yet.
Nope.
And I can't think of, it would be hard pressed to think of one that could be more powerful than dimension multiverse traveling super killer robot.
So here's also where it kind of fucks me up a little bit.
Okay.
Those Infinity Stones aren't supposed to work outside your own universe.
There's a theory for that. You want it?
Yep.
So you're going back to TVA stuff, right?
Well, TVA and old comic source material. Like, so when Thanos fought Darkseid in DC vs. Marvel 2, I think it was.
Yeah.
He had the upper hand in our universe. As soon as he got warped to Apocalypse, the stones had no power.
Okay, so we got that. I was thinking more TVA, and we had the drawer with all the Infinity Stones that did nothing.
Right.
And I just wonder if they only will work if their universe has not been destroyed.
Oh, those could have been from destroyed universes.
Or universes that were destroyed after they went in and, did their cleaner stuff.
Right.
Severed the timeline. So they may have been existing after a point, and they grabbed them after that point, went back and zapped it, and then now they're gone, and there you have it.
Oh, I like that theory.
Wasn't my own. Another one, I can't remember where I read it at, but
you know what? It's yours now.
It's mine. I'm putting my stamp
It's
on
over
it.
here. What do y'all think? What do you guys think will happen in the next 2 episodes?
Join the Discord
and
tell us.
Tell us now.
Tell us your thoughts. Tell us your dreams, your wishes.
Feed
your
us a
desires.
Mitzi. So, yeah. That was a great episode, though.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
So, stay tuned as we're going to release more episodes of this, trying to keep up. And then we got some spooky stuff coming up.
We do. So spooky.
Oh yeah, Carl, that's so spooky.
Hot mic.
So, with that, this has been Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And wherever you guys are, have a great night, great morning, a great evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And
Breakfast.
please be good to each other.
See ya.
Nerd
Thank you.
could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made up word. MCs shied away from